morning and happy Monday. It is the second week of the O.W.L.s readathon. I know last week wasn't a full week, but I do like posting these videos on Monday, so this week will be a full week. But I did want to update you guys, I guess for the first time in this vlog, but I was in the middle of reading this book last night as I was editing the first week's vlog footage, and I was like a little less than halfway through, but while I was waiting for it to export and then upload and process, I did basically finish everything except for like the last chapter in this, which I finished last night before 12 a.m. So I did finish all of this yesterday. I am giving this a 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved it. I loved our main character of Emily. Like, she was such a good person to read from. She is basically new in this small town because her older sister, who's like 10 years older than her, got in a car accident, and she gets roped into doing the Renaissance fair because her niece also wants to do it, but being under 18, she needs like a parental sort of guardian there with her as well. She also then, while there, gets roped into sort of a commitment ceremony thing with our love interest, who at the beginning of the book she sort of saw as sort of an asshole, but like, I personally don't think he was. He was just a little bit gruff, and like, I loved him so much as well. This was the perfect romance and I just really enjoyed it. This book was for the arithmancy prompt, which was to read a book outside of my favorite genre. My favorite genre is YA sci-fi fantasy. This is an adult romance. I still absolutely loved it. So this morning, I've already had breakfast and everything, so it's a little bit later than normal. It's like 10. I'm waiting for my hair to finish drying. It's still a little bit damp so that I can film. I will be filming 2 videos today. One is the Schitt's Creek book tag, which you guys will actually see on Thursday, so you'll see it before this video even goes up. And then I have an unboxing video of stuff that I purchased off eBay during this like social distancing isolation sort of thing. And this will be going up the Thursday after you guys see this vlog. So I'll be having both of those videos up pretty soon. I will link them down below if possible, or like the unboxing video is coming up the Thursday after you guys see this. You guys will see it shortly after this. But I'm very excited for both of those videos, and I don't know if you guys can tell just based on this first clip here, but I did sort of dye my hair. In the last vlog, I used the Overtone like deep conditioner stuff, and one, it is brighter than normal, which I absolutely love. Like, it's not anything in your face, but it is just a slightly brighter gingery orangey red. My hair is a natural like darker auburn right now. It was closer to this color when I was younger, but it's just slightly darker, and I'm loving the change. But also because it was sort of like a deep conditioner, my hair is so soft. It was so easy to brush my hair before I took my shower because I brush my hair so I can wash it. And a lot of the times, just because my hair is curly and I wear it up so often, it gets a little bit tangled, but it was so soft. So even if it didn't deposit too much color, that at least was a plus. So yes, like I said, I finished my second read, and now we have the pile I've finished so far versus the pile that's still technically my TBR. I think I might go with the Dragon Republic now. I read the Poppy War for the last readathon. I did the backlist readathon, there we go, because I had it on my backlist for a while, and while I was reading that, like within the first third of the book, I went to Barnes & Noble and ended up picking up the Dragon Republic. I loved the Poppy War, gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I didn't want to read this right away because I think this one is the largest book on this TBR, but I don't think I can put it off anymore. Like, I'm very curious to see what happens in this one after the war that happened in the first one. And the third one does come out later this year. I haven't pre-ordered it yet, but it's in my cart on Barnes & Noble, so it'll probably happen soon. But yeah, I think I might start this one. I already DNF'd one fantasy related book this readathon, but that was a YA fantasy that I wasn't too sure about in the first place. This one I'm hoping is really, really good because I loved the first one so much. I decided to take the sticker off the book because it looks so much better without it. But yes, this is the one that we're going to be going with. This one is for my charms, which was to read a book with a white cover. This one is a white cover with just, you know, like the very, very cool sort of traditional drawing on the front. But yeah, very excited to read this. Okay, so I am somehow able to update you guys tonight, whereas normally I don't really do that after I read at night, but I found myself at almost 10 o'clock wanting a snack, so I came downstairs. That's also why I don't have my book with me, but I am currently 94 pages into the Dragon Republic. We're continuing, I want to say it's been, I think they said a few months after the end of the events of the first book, and I don't really want to get into it too much because I don't want to spoil the first one, but Rin, our main character, is basically wanting to go on to an assassination attempt on the person who basically started the war in the last book. We haven't gotten too much other information. I'm still enjoying it. I really love the way that it is written and the characterization, and again, it doesn't really seem like it's been too much, but we are definitely dealing with Rin and her struggles after the first book. I can't really get into it too much, but like I said, it's almost 10. I am going to be going to bed, but I wanted a snack first. I'm probably not going to read any more tonight, but since I'm down here, got to update you on what I actually got to read today. I know that hasn't been a lot. I didn't read anything until we put the baby to bed, mostly because I played some Dragon Age Inquisition earlier that you guys saw when the baby was napping, but then also I filmed a couple videos and hung out with my husband. I played a little bit of Sims 4 because I haven't gotten to do that in a little while and I just really wanted to. So I've done a little bit of everything today. And now it's time for bed. Good morning. It is actually Wednesday. I didn't film anything yesterday because after I updated you guys on Monday, I basically did nothing. I did play a little bit of both Dragon Age and Sims 4, but I took it very slow, or it just felt like nothing really happened because we're all just at home. But then I did read some more of, that's upside down, the Dragon Republic last night. I'm on page 201, so this section up here, more than 1/3 of the way through. Still really enjoying it, still can't tell you guys what it's about. So I guess that's my update for now. I washed my hair today. I feel like the color is still holding up pretty well. I haven't had to refresh it yet or even use the colored conditioner yet because it does say like if you want to do that, probably wear gloves. So I'm assuming you're maybe gonna get like stains on your hands, and I don't know how well that works on the scalp and everything either. Like I had a little bit left over last vlog just because I rinsed instead of like washed. But so yeah, baby's currently taking a nap right now. I think I'm gonna go get some breakfast and then I will see you guys in a little bit. I feel like I look very red and sweaty. I was going to film it, but my camera battery ended up dying. But everybody on Twitter's been doing the like outfits and book thing, so I decided to do it with my 8-month-old. I will show you guys the pictures here, as well as they've already been posted on social media by the time you guys are seeing this. But I loved picking out the outfits to go with books and vice versa. However, he absolutely hated being put in an outfit and taken out of an outfit within the span of like a minute, because we had to do it pretty quick because his attention span was not the best. He also wanted to eat the books quite often, and so it was a lot of juggling. While my husband is working from home in his office, his mom tried to help, but Presley was sort of having fun trying to eat the books, but not having as much fun changing outfits. So he's having a bottle right now, and I'm drinking some ice water because it got so hot up there in his room. I don't know if it's because of like the way his room is facing right now and it's almost lunchtime or what, but it was hot. But I do think the pictures turned out okay for what we were trying to do. Not as easy to take them as it was when he was a couple months old, because I did actually do something similar to this when he was around 2 months, and then I think again maybe when he was around 3 months, with just like little, you know, I had him in a onesie and I was like, oh, it matches, you know, a book, let's take a picture and post it on Instagram. But it was much easier to position him back then. Now he just is so independent and wants to move and do everything. But I think we're gonna order in some pizza or something for lunch, so I actually should probably place that order, otherwise it's not gonna be here in time. I have decided that while my video for tomorrow is uploading, I will be reading some more. Ooh, it looks so yellow because I focused it on the computer. But I will be reading some more of The Dragon Republic, currently on chapter 12, page 201, because I haven't done anything else reading-wise today. But I'm very, very excited to get back into it. Hello again. Say hi. It is currently Thursday afternoon. I only read 40 pages of The Dragon Republic last night. My back has been killing me, carrying this 22-pounder around. Hi, Chunk. And I did not do anything last night. Haven't really done anything yet today. Just had him literally crawling all over me, as you guys can see. So yeah, I guess I'm just sort of checking in to let you know that nothing has happened. I have a feeling that this vlog, for whatever reason, is going to not be nearly as fun as the last one and not have as many things getting done or, you know, anything like that. But we do still have a cute little baby who is constantly trying to stand up on stuff. Yes. Hi, Chunk. Hi, baby. I love you. Are you moving you're moving it. Hi. Hi. Good morning, happy Friday. My arm is killing me because I decided to make the whipped coffee stuff that everybody's been trying. My only problem, I only actually have a whisk. I want to say I'm gonna be done. It's pretty thick, not as thick as some of the things I've seen. I don't have a TikTok, I've just seen people make it on YouTube, and I decided to try it. It definitely took about 5 minutes of stirring to do, and I think I'm done. The reason I'm hiding in my office is that Nine has the baby and is trying to put him to sleep. I just got my shower, came downstairs, and usually I try to eat breakfast before I get him handed over. But if he sees me at all, he will start crying if I don't pick him up. So I'm trying to avoid waking him up if he is asleep by now, just so I can eat breakfast, and then I'll probably get him. But yeah, so it looks interesting. Definitely thicker and lighter than it was when it started, and I'm very intrigued to see how it's going to taste. And then I guess I'll see you once I put it in a container. So I figured we should let in some light while I show you guys. So I put it in a cup with lots of milk because it is a very strong coffee flavor. I might have put a little bit too much milk, or it's just not stirred in quite enough. I'm being so loud. It's not bad. I just think I might have put in a little bit too much milk. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not bad. It's pretty good. Might have put in too much milk. But I also wanted to update you guys on the Dragon Republic. I am more than halfway through now. I'm on page 369, just finished 368, chapter 21. There is a part 3 to this book eventually, and I'm not anywhere close to that. I think it's within 100 pages or so. I'm still really enjoying it. I guess I wasn't fully aware. I mean, it's hard to explain what this book is because it's the second book in a series, but I don't think I was also fully aware as to what was going to happen because the first book followed a war, and then this one was after that. Well, we're having more war. So basically, after the events of the first one, there is different provinces and stuff in this land, and some of the provinces aren't exactly happy with the way that the Empress has been running things, and so they're trying to do like a civil war almost, they're trying to take over, start a republic. So yeah, makes sense, the Dragon Republic, haha, I get it. So it's not bad, but it's again more war. And one thing that I know I mentioned in my review and stuff of the Puppy War is that I really enjoyed the book, but once it got to part 3, you get a lot of trigger warnings for things that have to do with like war crimes and war atrocities and rape and murder and mutilation, and things happen to all ages of people. This book has been having that kind of stuff strewn throughout. So if you are able to handle the Poppy War, you should be able to handle the Dragon Republic, but if you are not able to handle the stuff in the Poppy War, I don't even know if you'd be able to try the Dragon Republic, because it is not all at once, sort of like the Poppy War was, but there is quite a bit. I'm liking some of the character developments in here that I wasn't necessarily expecting, but I just feel like I need to read more to fully understand, because we just got to a part where I'm like, ooh, action and stuff, but then I got tired and went to bed. So to me, it got to a very, very interesting part that tied into the first book, and yeah, I am enjoying myself. I want to read more. I should have totally done some sort of career for the Owls with astronomy, because I don't think there's been a single book that I've read in the last couple weeks where I haven't read a majority in bed. But I really, really wanted to do Care of Magical Children, and so that didn't have astronomy, but I mostly read in bed at night. It's a trade-off.
Stupid.
Oh, no, it's very stupid. So today is trash day, and a trash truck is picking up trash, and then we have a fucking line of people out here in our gated community with balloons and shit because some kid is student of the month at their school. and they're being fucking annoying. But also, is this a fucking parade? Like, what the fuck is this? This is probably the most I've ever cursed on my channel, but like, we're not supposed to be going out to meet people.
No.
People are supposed to be staying at home, staying safe. That's what it's called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. These people are...
This is obviously not. The first time when we heard the honking and came out, you could not see the end of this fucking line. There was a garbage truck with cars in front of it, then the garbage truck, then cars after it, and they went around the corner to like where the opening of our gated community is. Like, I don't know what's going on, except for that there's like at least 20 cars for like one family that shouldn't even be in our community in the first place. I don't know. Just thought you guys should see. So tonight is mine and Leon's turn to prepare dinner. So I've just cut up some vegetables for a cucumber salad. Now I will normally put in Kalamata olives, feta, and an Italian dressing, but we're not entirely too sure how Leon's parents feel about that. So we're gonna leave it undressed so that I'm just like flashing your butt on camera the entire time, honey. Sorry. You can just see it in your pajamas. That's his butt. But so we'll leave it sort of naked for now, and I will end up putting the stuff that I like on it on mine. They might want something else like a ranch, or I don't know. They sometimes do their own version of like dressings with some of like the Asian condiments that we have, so we'll see. He is currently, what are you currently preparing? The garlic?
Chopping up garlic.
The garlic, because we're gonna do like a garlic and green onion steamed shrimp. We're also gonna do some scallops, and then I'm also going to do some mashed potatoes. But I figured while he's preparing stuff, I might as well get the veggies out of the way. Good morning. It is finally the weekend. It's Saturday. It feels a little bit like Sunday, but that's mostly because my husband had yesterday off. He's been working from home since middle of March, and currently they have it as work from home until at least, I think, end of May. But they had a holiday yesterday. I think it's because Easter's on Sunday, although they don't call it because of Easter. I don't know what it is, but it's one of their like normal holidays. So he didn't have to come into the office and work yesterday. So even though he has been home for at least 3 weeks now, it felt more like the weekend. But today is the weekend. Hi, kitty kitty. Uh-oh. Baby's currently eating bananas with Nai, so I don't know why he's crying, but I did want to let you know, I read more of the book last night. I'm on page 491, and it's about 3/4 of the way through. I think there's like 650 something pages. I think I want to make my goal to finish this tonight, because if you really consider it, I only have like 160, maybe closer to 170 pages left, just depending on how many pages there actually are. And I've been reading more than 100 pages every night for this anyway. I'm still really enjoying it. However, I don't know if I'm enjoying it as much as the first one, and I think part of the reason is just because there is so much more like dark stuff, things that could be triggering. I don't know how to describe it exactly. It's still a war. I'm not usually a person who enjoys a whole bunch of war stuff. Like, there's only a couple war movies I've been able to sit through. I don't usually find, especially like the fantasies that are like overthrowing a government, necessarily my favorite, unless they have some other themes or a romance or something to go with it. And I'm still really enjoying this. I love the writing style. Like, I could read almost anything R.F. Kuang writes, but I don't know if I'm necessarily enjoying it as much as the first book. I'm not necessarily saying that I won't give it 5 stars because I still have, you know, over 150 pages left. And I really, really want to see where it's going. But I just think I liked the Poppy War a little bit better because it was more of like the character development at the beginning before we actually got to like the big old war stuff. And one thing I will say, because I know I've mentioned this a little bit in, I think, my wrap-up or the last vlog I did where I read the Poppy War, and I've heard it from some other people as well, but like Rin, our main character, is not necessarily my favorite person, and I feel like it's because she doesn't really know exactly what she wants to do. However, I also feel like there was a little bit of like some maybe PTSD or something from the previous war with her especially, but with some other characters as well. So it's just, there's very complex characters in here, which I love. So it's not like, just because she's not my favorite and like the, some of her decisions are not my favorite, that's not why I'm liking it a little bit less than the previous one. I think it's just the fact that there's so much that is very dark. It's the war aspects basically, but I'm still really curious to see what more is gonna happen since we are on social distancing obviously still, and it's the weekend. We're just gonna be hanging out at home, and yeah, I think I'm gonna probably go read soon. Presley's gonna need a nap soon. We're just gonna chill for a bit, I guess. Hi. Hi. So my plans for today kind of got derailed. We have Presley here in like an Avengers onesie, and because we have recently gotten Disney Plus, we decided to have a mini Marvel marathon. We only watched 2 movies, but with him, that is a feat. So we ended up watching Doctor Strange and then Spider-Man Homecoming, which are both Marvel movies we have not seen before. We are a little behind, and I think a couple movies out of order because we have seen some like on flights and stuff. Good burp. So yeah, he had his nap through most of both movies. So like he started off napping during Doctor Strange, and then he sort of was awake for the last bit of that, and then he was awake for the first bit of Spider-Man Homecoming, but then he fell asleep partway through. So that was the reason we were actually able to do it. But that's sort of what we did instead. I did start reading the next chapter of my book right before dinner. But that's it. I'm probably like 5 pages in past what I told you I was. Again, I only have like 150, 160 pages left in the book. So I'm really, really thinking I should be able to finish that tonight, because I want to at least say I finished something this week, and it is my longest book that I have for the readathon, so I will be very, very happy when that is done. But otherwise, it's gonna be bath bottle bedtime for this baby soon. Presley. Hi. Hi. We have been doing lots of good practicing standing while holding on to stuff. He is not stood up by himself yet, but he's also, apparently we're good. I didn't have to get him. But he's also climbed over on some of his toys. He has like a, it says it's a wagon, but it's not like a wagon for him. It's a wagon for toys. And it, you know, talks and does learning stuff. And he's climbed on that multiple times. But he seems to be having fun in there right now, which is good. I think I might go on and reply to some comments and do that kind of thing really quick while he's being so good. But otherwise, it's going to be bath bottle bedtime for him because it's going to be 7:30 soon, actually. We just finished dinner. So, yeah, hopefully I'm going to finish the book tonight. And then I will either see you tonight if I am able to find time to talk to you guys, or I will see you guys first thing in the morning. Good morning. I'm going to update you guys about my reading progress in a second, but my book is out there and the baby's sleeping, and I sort of wanted to film out with the bookshelves, but I'm gonna have to wait until he's awake. But we did it again. I think this is actually like the 4th time we've done it in the last 3 days. We did it twice yesterday. I am getting so much better at it. We put a little bit of like dark chocolate syrup on top as well, but it's because we decided to invest in a hand mixer instead of a whisk. I used my own hand and a whisk the first time, and then yesterday morning my husband helped, but we were both like, yeah, let's actually buy a hand mixer. So we did, and now it is so much easier. I haven't stirred anything in yet because I just wanted to show you guys how pretty it can look, but I do like it like completely stirred in, and it's great. I love it so much because of the fact that you can taste the coffee. It's slightly bitter, but it's not like overpowering, and I just love it. So I will see you guys hopefully very, very soon because I do want to talk about my book, but we're gonna have to wait for the baby to wake up. Look at baby. Happy Easter. Okay, well you're gonna, there we go, make some room. So the candy's for mommy and daddy, but you get a bunny and a bunny book.
Presley.
A bunny book. Presley, look at daddy.
Papa.
Hi.
Papa.
Presley.
Papa.
Hey.
Get
Presley.
back. Presley, where's daddy?
Hey.
Oh, kitty's more exciting. It's okay. Okay, so like I said, I needed to update you guys on this. I did end up finishing this last night, and I think I'm gonna give it a 4.5 stars out of 5. I mean, on Goodreads, that would be like a 5 stars because it was good, but I think I liked the first one just slightly more. I don't know how to sum up this book at all. And I know I've talked about it a few times throughout the week, so you guys have most of my feelings about this. I do find it interesting that it is supposed to like have some background with 20th century Chinese history, and when I was talking to my husband last night, who has not read this book, there was a battle or whatever that I had sort of mentioned, and he like guessed basically exactly what happened, except for without the fantasy aspects. So it definitely takes some stuff from that Chinese history, and I really, really enjoyed it. I am going to pick up another book today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to finish one whole book in a day, but I will let you know as soon as I pick out which one it's going to be. So it's about 7:40, and I have not read anything today. It's not so horrible or out of character in the fact that I do most of my reading after the baby goes to bed, so like I don't always read during the day. However, I finished Dragon Age Inquisition instead, and when I mean finished, I mean finished the Descent DLC and the actual end of the game and the entire Trespasser DLC, which that alone I think took like 6 hours. So I have done basically nothing but play Dragon Age Inquisition. I could have totally finished a book by now if I was going to be a good booktuber and a good reader and everything, but I didn't. Like I said, it's about 7:40-ish. I did pick my next read for tonight, but I do need to edit this vlog that you are currently watching. So you're not really gonna see me read that in this vlog, but I should be starting it tonight since I haven't read anything yet today, and one of my goals for this year is just sort of to try to read every day as much as possible, and I've only missed like 4, maybe 5 days total, so I need to read something today. Now, for the good news, I did finish 2 owls this week. I finished Well Met last Sunday night, but I didn't finish it in that vlog because I was editing. But that one did allow me to complete the arithmancy prompt, and then I also finished the Dragon Republic, which allowed me to finish my Charms prompt. So I'm super excited about that. These graphics that I'm using will be linked to their creator down below. So yeah, I'm very excited for Wicked Fox. I will get into that more in next week's vlog when I'm actually reading it. I really hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you next Monday. Bye!